So you want a really sharp knife and you go in just behind the fin, and I aim to get just behind that little fin as well. So just in behind the pectorals. And then come up. That noise is Lana dancing around. She's wanting a treat. That's me. I've just got back, so I'll give her a wee chew stick. There you go, buddy. So you're cutting around the fins and up behind the head, getting as much meat as possible. This isn't the best knife. It could do with a sharpen, but it's good enough. And then this is where I've pulled the guts out. So the little hole was just where the tip is here. And I'm just going to extend this a little bit, about halfway along this fin. And then I'm going to go in, just making sure I'm staying on this top side. I'm going in above the spine. And I want to bring it out. And you want to come out on this side of the back. And then try and get it in one motion, pressing down on the spine all the way to the tail. And then for the front half, again we're staying on this side. So we're just going in right along next to the fin. And you want to try and avoid sawing this. I was just doing that to get the cut started off. In fact, I'm going to have to sharpen this. Right. I've just gave my knife a quick sharpen there because it was a little bit dull. And you can stand the fish up like that if you find it easier. But you just want to go in and meet up with this cut that you've already made in the back half. And once you get it started, if you can hear that running along the bones, so you just want to stay as close to the bone as possible. Run your knife right along it if you can. And I'm at the rib cage now. So I just want to follow that down. There's still the little pin bones in here. You can just feel them. Oh, I've not done a very good job, there's still a rib there. Just pulled it out. But these wee pin bones you can just take out with a little narrow slice. That's a boneless fillet. On the other side, I always find it easier if I come halfway along the bottom fin and then go up through the fish, just coming out, if you can see there, just coming out on the top side of this fin. slide it all the way back. And then we just continue that cut. Working right along the bones. See, that's the ribs there, you just want to follow them down, staying right tight against them. Done a little bit better job on that side. And all that's left are these little pin bones here. You can just feel them with your finger. The last one's just there. So you just come down just above the lateral line. And then feel out the bones. Just take a little centimetre below. And you're only losing that much meat with all those little bones in it. And again, it's not the neatest fillet, but that's a boneless fillet. I don't bother taking the skin off. The way I cook it, it doesn't really matter for me. You can go back in and trim off any of the fins, because there can be little tiny bones supporting the fins. But that's another boneless fillet. So we've got pretty much all the meat right the way back to the tail and right to the top of the head. I probably would have done better with a sharper knife, but I just wanted to get it filleted quick. So give them a good wash, and then I'll show you how I usually cook my pollock. So I've washed the fillets, I've just laid them on a baking tray. I always put foil on just for less cleaning, and then I just drizzle them really lightly with oil. And if you've got a brush, you can use a wee brush and just brush the oil on. I've not got one, I just use my fingers and just rub it, just so it's a light coating of oil. I've got avocado oil there, but olive oil or whatever oil you usually use for cooking is fine. Just make sure it's all got a light coating on it, and then you can season it however you like. Some sea salt, good amount of sea salt on it, because while this cooks, a lot of moisture is going to come out of it, and the oil will absorb some of the salt and run off as well, so I like to have a nice amount of salt on it. Then pepper, just a wee dusting, making sure I'm getting a little bit on all of the meat. You could just fry the fillets as well once you've got them off. Probably better taking the skin off for that though. The way I do it is just the lazy way. So salt and pepper on them, and then once they're cooked, I'll squeeze a lemon over them. I've got lemons today, so I'm going to do that, but if I've not got lemons, I usually put some chilli flakes over it as well, just to give it an extra bit of spice, but the salt and pepper and lemon will be plenty of flavour. So I just pop them in the oven at 180 degrees, and a fish that size will probably take 15-20 minutes. You can tell it's done because the meat will start separating along the lateral line, and you can tell it just looks a bit flaky. You can poke it with a fork and see it's flaking off. As soon as it starts flaking off, it's ready. give it a wee check. See, I was saying it's just starting to separate. You can see there's wee openings appearing. It's not quite done. Maybe just 2 more minutes. That'll give me time to heat up my beans. And this is why I don't bother taking the skin off. I'll just separate it down the lateral line. Because the skin's going to stay behind on the foil anyway. So you can just lift the meat away, and the skin usually stays stuck to the foil. I'm going to have just one of the fillets just now, and I'll have the other one. I'm going to put the other one into that dish and just have it cold, either as a salad or on a wrap or something tomorrow. Me drizzly lemon just on the fish. I usually have this with mushy peas, but I've run out of mushy peas. There we go.